Yay. This is Tuesday, August 25th. We have all kinds of exciting things to get into. And by exciting, I mean boring school stuff. If I say the word exciting, maybe it can trick you into thinking something fun is going to do. I know. Eventually, I'll find a way to do TikTok Live for you. We're going to get into talking about the quiz that was due, and I have a new thing we're going to deal with about nonfiction. Now that you guys slowly kind of understand the idea between opinions and facts, we're going to use them to argue with each other. Mr. Broviak, I love arguing. I'm the bestest. Well, good job. We're going to give you more ammunition for your arguing. All right, let's go to, again, if you guys need the library tour, the thing that we did yesterday when you guys were like, Mr. Broviak, that video was so exciting. It was like you, but with personality. Ouch, I'm right here. You can go back and watch that video at any time to find out the information on there. You're more than welcome to. Right below that one is the thing where you can make the iPad read to you, so all those links are right there for you. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to go through the quiz that we had for class. I want to just run through the questions with you because, one, to make sure you guys understand it. Most of you guys did pretty well on it, but I want to explain my thinking on some of the questions because we're going to have another quiz next week. And I want you guys to understand how I make my quizzes. Because normally when we're here in class, we get to walk through in person and have like conversations. But apparently we can't do that because you guys are all little tiny squares that I can cover with my thumb. I can just like make you guys disappear one at a time, which is great. And so down to, that's not good for Liverpool. Maybe they can come back in the final minutes, but we'll see. So let me run through this thing real quick. Let's go with, all right. Almost every time I give you guys a quiz, I'm going to give you guys a couple easy questions to try and boost you up and help you out a little bit. So the first two questions on the quiz were ones I thought would be easy. Most of you got them right. Some of you did not because apparently following directions is a challenge. Like the first one just said was the last name of your social studies teacher. I had some of you put Broviak because that was my example question and you were just lazy. And which made me laugh. Others of you put Mrs. Randall, which again lost you points because right below it, it says just the last name. And you were all like, Mr. Broviak, you can't control me, old man. Well, normally there's activities I do in class where I try to beat into you the idea of following directions, but I can't really do it so well. And that does make it tough on you then, Mina. And so my main thing I'm going to try and teach you guys this year is follow directions in my class. If you don't follow directions in my class, then I will find creative ways to torture you. And so we'll get more to that as we go farther along. Then to give you guys another easy question. Hey, by the way, I put them in two different colors. So that way you could tell there's two different questions, like a yellow question and a green question. And I thought green felt more sciencey. Yellow felt more social studies. But maybe I just have issues. And same thing for the science teacher. You had to spell it correctly, put Melling in there and stuff like that. Hopefully that helps you out. All right. Then the next part where it says, what date was the small world slide due for my English class? That was not something I wanted you to memorize, as some people are like, Mr. Broviak, I don't memorize stuff like that. Good. Oh, thank you, Eli. I'm assuming that sort of equates me to being like a young teacher, which is almost like a compliment. I'm young at heart. Wait, no, I'm immature. It's the same thing. But on this one, what I was going for is I did not want you to memorize this answer. The thought was, if you just go to my main Canvas page and scroll down, you'll see on there each of the different calendar days. And on Tuesday, it says small world slide due. And you go back and look at it, you're like, oh, look, it says it right. So I didn't want you to memorize it. I was trying to make you go use my page. So hopefully you did that, which made things a little bit better for you. What is Mr. Broviak's full school email address? Again, this was a lazy kid check. Information was right there in the directions. Many of you guys apparently have no idea how to email me. If you don't use Remind, which is probably the best way to get a hold of me, email is the next bestest way because it is a thing I can check all the time. The answer, by the way, was on the very front homepage. And those of you who emailed me that you had no idea what it was, I mocked you relentlessly with my sarcasm because it was literally on the very top of the very first page. It's good job, Mike. I'm so proud of you being able to figure out where it was. And so it's right there in front of you. And so I just want to make sure you guys can figure out how to email me. What is the last name of our 7th grade school counselor? For those of you who cheated because you just knew the answer, good job, smart kids who cheated using your own brain. My goal was to try and make you actually use my Canvas page and scroll all the way down to the bottom when there's a little button that says the helpful school resources. And when you click that one, that's where her information is. So anytime I have helpful stuff on there, I can try to hook you up. Yes, Owen, they did email me, but they used the Canvas email, you sassy child. And then I had to point out to them how to actually go back and do it the correct way. Some racist kids trying to sass me. You can't sass me. I'm the king of sass. I'm wearing a sass crown literally right there. Anyway, so you could go on there, and that's how I wanted you guys to find it. I'm guessing others of you might have found other ways to do it. My goal was to try and make you go through and explore my page. Ooh, this was the fun one that apparently messed up a lot of you guys too. What is the username for Mr. Broviak's school YouTube account? And it said you had to go to the youtube.com/user, which a lot of you guys skipped because, again, #lazychild. And then you had to scroll down to my YouTube page, click on the YouTube page, and you came to here. Problem is, many of you went, David Broviak, oh my goodness, I know his real first name. I know his secret. Giggle, 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 giggle. And you got all excited. And then you went back to the list of answers. You're like, but it's not there. Correct. Because that's not what I wanted. It's not a fake Hadley. Don't you join into their sass, Hadley. You're a good kid. You stay away from their sassiness. Children nowadays, goodness great. And so you could not use that information. That's not what I was looking for. You had to go up to the top where I had the user / thing and the keyboard. By the way, Hadley, I believe I just sassed you. And the fact that I just sassed you makes my crown real, proving your claim, which by the way goes later in the class. We're going to talk about what a claim is. Your claim is false. Aha. But we're going to come back to that later and I get a chance to make fun of you again. So you had to go there to find it. See, from Monday, 8/17's YouTube video, what PowerPoint slide is on the screen at the 9-minute mark. This one required a bit more work because if you went to this page, you're like, oh my goodness. Oh my, Sophia, your sister's older than you. I seriously hope that you make fun of her nonstop. Goodness gracious, Gracie. You have a bug on your, what is wrong with children nowadays? Anyway, you had to go to my YouTube page, but that would not help you because you could not find the videos. They were not necessarily listed. So instead, you had to go and find the calendar page. And anytime I record a YouTube video, I put the link on that day. What is wrong with children? Wow, if you have to scream profanities to be sassy, that's not sassy. That's just cursing. That means kids are broken and have issues. I do not want to try your extra fizzy water. Actually, this is why I had to take chat away from some of you guys. All right, quick timeout because normally we get things done pretty quick with you guys. So my oldest daughter, because you distracted me for a moment, is a sophomore in high school. And she does not drink soda or anything that is carbonated because she doesn't like the bubbles in her mouth. And she refers to it as spicy. So anytime that she has water that is bubbly or she has soda, she goes, ew, this is spicy, which always makes me laugh because I'm like, that's not how spice works. But she's like, it makes my mouth taste funny. She's like a weird mouth thing. Yeah, she's almost 16 years old. I laugh at her all the time. I mean, she doesn't freak out about a bug on her computer like a Flippo does, but whatever. And yes, Jagger, good job. My Kyborg is my last name backwards, which is a thing we'll get to in class because I have an evil side, which we'll get to. Broviak is my good, happy, friendly side. And then Kyborg is my evil side. And so I get to go back and forth between the two of them. But that's how I sort of use that same thing. Well, apparently you're not the only one that doesn't understand carbonation. But now you're just distracting me. So anyway, you had to go to Monday, 8/17, and then click on that one to find the actual YouTube link. And then you just had to fast forward next to Caleb Duke's face. And then there you go. Unfortunately, I don't really list our current YouTube things on my page, or at least try not to make them easy to get to. I try to make it as tough for the creepers to find you as possible, because apparently I'm incredibly adorable. I mean, look, I'm wearing a crown. And because of that, random creepers out there will come to my website or my YouTube page and like, look at this adorable man. I want to watch all his videos. And then if you pop up on, they're like, oh my goodness, creeper hand, look at those children. And they're going to come after you. This is my way of trying to save your life. I carbonate my water. I don't know. What is wrong with children? All right. Question number 8 from the homework page. What is the 4th line? Again, I was just trying to force you to actually go to a homework page and realize the fact that there's pages for every day where I make you do a thing. There is a page that connects to it. You click on that page. It comes up with some boring blah, blah, blah of information, and then you can find it. It's pretty straightforward. Then we got to your actual things. We had to go through like the last 5 questions, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 46 question. Numbers are hard. We're all about the actual facts and opinions things. Where it said, I can zoom in, watch. Zoom. See, from the dress code one, this was trying to make you guys actually go back and look up information. Where it said, I completely understand why a dress code is put into place, but I feel like after I put on the jacket that it should have been subdued. What I wanted you, I said, dude. What I wanted you to do was to go back and look at the article. Hence, clicky, clicky. You go to the article and you're like, my God, it's right there in front of me. My God. That would obviously make it an opinion and not a neither. And then the next one says, Summer should not have been suspended since that outfit in the picture was obviously fine. The principal was just being a controlling jerk. If you went back and looked, McGurk, exactly. It's, once again, Japanese for go to the next slide. And you guys don't know you're Japanese. And then you can click on that one, you go back and look at the article, and in the article, it's not there. And if it's not there, good job, Mina. If it's not there, that means neither. Then, let's see, zooming. The New York Times released a story in which the Paulding County School District Superintendent Brian Otta addressed the controversy. And here is where some of you guys realize you could click on that New York Times thing, and that was actually a link that would take you to a different article. That was not on purpose. That's what we call an axaboo-boo. And because I had not realized when I copied and pasted it from the article that it kept a link in there, and I was like, axaboo-boo. And so I did not mean to try and send you guys to a random place if you did that. It is in the article. You can't argue with it. Again, good job, Mina. That makes it a fact. Look at you flexing on all those kids. Then we have Hannah Waters, the student who first posted the photo, was suspended from school for 5 days because of it. Click on article. If it's in article, it is in the article. You can't, good job. Look at Mina's on fire, giving away all those free answers again. That makes it a fact. You guys should all drink carbonated water because apparently it's going straight to Mina's brain. Question number 13. 13. Stop it. You're floating away from me. There you go. Automated teaching machines will be extraordinarily life-changing. Random guy says, click on article. It is in the article, and that makes it, see, Mina, did you put a fact? Mina, that's going to be, oh, don't you wiggle your face. No, too late. Shame. There is shame upon you and your family. Oh, my goodness. Yes, that would make it an opinion because it's something that you can argue with, like arguing about Liverpool not being a very good team. Now, obviously, that would be a fact. And all of a sudden, now you're giving me an angry stare. I feel dead on the inside. Wait, no, I don't, because I don't have emotions. And then you got to the last, kids nowadays, the last question. Which of the following statements below is a definite opinion from the article? Making you go back and look in the article. And on that one, 2 of them came from the article, but only one of them was an actual opinion. The other one was a make-believe-y thing. And so that one was our actual opinion in the article. Wow. I mean, it might have been low. So that gives you an idea of how my quizzes work. So I just wanted to give you guys a run through. That was my speedy version of it. Now we get to new learning bits for you today, and I get to beat you with knowledge all over again. Mr. BroviCast, did you just say you're going to beat us? Yes. Sometimes when I throw words and knowledge at you, it sort of just like hits you in the brain, like, and it hurts and slows down the thinking. Oh, Hadley, look at you, Hadley, tagging in on the sass. Put me in, coach. Yes, you are correct, Hadley. Now, well, I would have more children's ears, except for the fact that I have no way of getting them from his computer to mine. I wish you crying on your iPad would absorb into it, and I could put a little jar next to it and just be like, blup, 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 and then fill it up. That would bring me happiness. You can't disown me. You see my kids nowadays trying to have some control over it. It does not work. Oh, anyway, I found this picture yesterday. Apparently, Michigan high schools started school yesterday. And in comparison to the one we saw where Georgia started like a month ago, and all of the kids were like in the hallway and had no masks on, apparently after that big hubbub, they started back at Michigan. And I guess Michigan was able to find a way to make kids do it. So they said, hey, if you come back to school, you have to wear a mask. And the kids said, really? And the administration said, hey, if we're going to yell at girls for showing their shoulders, we're going to yell at you for wearing a mask. And they were like, okay, Mr. Man. And all of a sudden, this one looked completely different than all the other ones. Plus, here's a little bonus for you. If you zoom in, I can't zoom in anymore. Oh, I wanted to zoom in more. If you look behind Meyer Thursday's guy's head, there's like a weird picture between him and the girl next to him. It's a black and white picture of creepy little Teletubbies. It's the random thing you can find in the background. I would zoom in more, but I can't get it to zoom in more than that. But I zoomed in on my little iPad and I had just the picture. And I was like, what? And you go into it like some weird, creepy Teletubby picture. So that's my weird thing. Plus, I like the fact that you can look at the people like this, the guy with the Meyer shirt on, like staring at the person taking the picture, looking all creepy and stuff like that. All right. What? That girl, where's the girl's nose not covered? I don't see a girl's nose not covered on there. There's all covered noses. I don't see any. Oh, wait, I do. The girl over there. You're right. Oh, my goodness. She should definitely be expelled for that one. I apologize. Good catch on that one. I don't know how I missed that. It's so embarrassing. That girl should be shot. What? You can't even get into Canvas on your iPad. That's awful. He does kind of look like he's on the angry side. All right. And then to there. All right. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to take a quick stretch timeout because teaching all day is tiring me out. So hang on. I'm going to take 12 seconds. No, 13 seconds to stand up and stretch for a moment. Stretching, curly, back popping. There we go. So much better. Okay.
I wonder where he went.
Who knows? What? My computer just talked to me. So there. Hang on. Get a handful of my sour raisins, and then we'll continue. By the way, one of my nightmares that I have is one of these days eating in front of you guys on the video and all of a sudden choking. They're like, and like falling over while you guys were all just sitting there watching me and going like, don't die, Mr. Man. I'm like, and I go over. Like, that'd be the worst thing, having you guys just watching me die choking on like a raisin. Ugh. I mean, because that's definitely going to be in the paper. Crazy teacher dies in front of Zoom class eating raisins. I mean, it's obviously not enough of a nightmare to stop me, but still, whatever. All right.
So traumatizing.
For me, yeah. Oh, for you. Stop being selfish. Think about me. I'd be dead. Right? Dying to a dehydrated grape. All right. Let's get into learning for today. Well, I can't post it to YouTube if I'm dead. I mean, I guess you guys could, but you're not recording. So in doing, I guess you guys could pull out your phones and record the screen as I'm like sitting there like slapping the camera, but it seems like calling for help might have been the better choice. At least I'd be on. That's not how kids nowadays. All right. Now that we've gotten into nonfiction and you understand the difference between fact and opinion, it is time to move on to our next level of learning. We're going to make you care about nonfiction. And in case you're wondering, yes, I did come up with that. You're a hater, Mina. I did come up with that all on my own, because we have to teach claim and reasons and evidence. So I threw in argument, so we can have claim, argument, reasons, and evidence, which spells care, which made me all, I mean, we could have done race, but that would have been kind of weird. So care works much better, because now we get to make you care about nonfiction. I figure if I keep saying it, one of you will eventually laugh, but apparently I was wrong. So C is claim, which we're going to get to first. Then we're going to get to argument, which is what you guys do with your parents all the time. Crying, Joey, that's the wrong one. You went happy laughing face. That's crying face. I'm assuming, oh, you're crying laughter tears because you're so excited. Thank you, Joey. I appreciate that one. Well, that was depressing. Minded. Stop trying to depress me. Goodness, and I did. I watched it yesterday on Twitter. It was awful. With the whole thing that happened in Wisconsin yesterday. And we have A for argument, R for reasons, and then E for evidence. We're going to teach you guys how to have a good fighty argumenty thing when it comes into nonfiction. So let's go to our phone. And I'll put like the facts and all these things up onto my what do you call it thing, Canvas page to help you guys out here in a moment. All right. Step 1, claim. You guys should know what a claim is in one form or another because teachers have been beating this into you for years. Claim is your position on an issue or a problem. In other words, a claim addresses the question, what do you think? It also is referred to as a thesis or a main idea, or I don't know, something you've called it along those lines. Essentially, it is an opinion that is backed up by facts. A claim is an opinion that is backed up by facts. Yeah, I feel the same way, Mina, but anyway, that too is a claim. That a claim is an opinion backed up. Now I'm just confused. As an example, I think school starts too early in the morning for junior high students and teachers. That would be an example of a claim. That is an opinion, but you can back it up with evidence and facts to support it. As in, my claim would be, I think all seventh graders are giant raging doo-doo heads. That is my claim. And I can back that up with any number of facts. Jay is shaking his head yes. Good job, Jay. The reason Jay's like, Mr. Broviak, but you have no facts. I do have facts, Jay. It is called a transcript of our chat. And I can use any line from our chat. Oh, Mr. Broviak, burn! That is right. No, computer, what? I insult kids and you stop working. No, computer, come back. We're going to take a quick timeout because my computer did not like the fact that I was making fun of children. Hang on one moment. Computer, that's not the way you get to work. I get to make fun of kids and you don't get to stop me. Making fun of kids is my hobby. Making fun of kids brings me happiness. Making fun of kids is what I do. Making fun of kids is fun. That's the Making Fun of Kids song. All right, there. Aha! I'm gonna come after you. Smack it. All right, so there. Aw, Amanda, you apologized. Thank you, Amanda, for apologizing for my computer. That was nice of you. I'm pretty sure that's what you were trying to say. So here again, a claim. So again, you guys, all you're doing, by the way, is giving me more evidence to support my reasons for thinking that all seventh graders are giant doo-doo heads. Now, here's where I'm going to try and unlock. So hang on. Don't you guys get all crazy in chat yet. We're going to give you a second. Unlock chat, because here's what I want you to do in chat. I want you to give me what you think a good claim would be. Now, it does not have to be necessarily like aimed at school. I mean the fact that you are going to try and come up with what, like mine is, all seventh graders are giant doo-doo heads. It has to be something that is your opinion that you think you could back up with facts. All right, I'm going to unlock chat for a moment, and we're going to see what happens and see what you guys come up with. Mine is sitting one already. I think he was reaching for something. Not bad. I can go with that one. I would say you go one step farther than that one, Mina, and say from that video, not only that he was reaching for something, but you can probably go so far as like the police overreacted to him reaching for something. And I think you could probably go even further with that one. All IU fans are weird. That's actually solid, being as that I am an IU fan and I am weird. So I would definitely be a person that helps support your thinking on that one. The school dress code is sexist. That's only if you're a girl. Oh, wait, that would definitely work out. So, yes, that would probably work out along those lines, too. Wait, hang on, back up. I agree that the police overreacted. You don't have to agree. You would just say that's your opinion. I think that the police overreacted. Mr. Broviak likes children's tears. So the problem with that one, Hadley, is that's a fact. Mr. Broviak does like children's tears, so it does not have to be an opinion. On that one, you did a fact. Mr. Broviak choking on camera would totally go viral if it was a Eli, well done. That would be more of a sign. And we could probably come up with any number of facts to support that. I mean, it'd be scary doing the research, finding other teachers who have died on camera to find out if it went viral or not. Those are not videos I personally would like to watch because that would make me sad for my fellow teacher people, but that could work. No, you. Oh, and that is not an actual one. Let's see. Mr. Broviak is the best teacher. Now, here's the problem with that, Benjamin. That's what we call a fact. And you cannot use a fact in your argument on that one because that is just hands down true. IU is the word. Now you're just trying to pick a fight with me, Jagger. But again, you probably have to be a bit more specific on the worst party college or the worst college for thinking. I mean, just the worst college. It's kind of vague as a statement. That's what I was going to say. That's not a very good one, Sophia. You have to come much more strong. You can't disagree with some. I'm just sassing you. But none of us see them again. Mr. Broviak likes children's tears. Again, more of a fact, but you're on the right track. It'd be kind of hard to come up with a lot of evidence on that one. The cops reacted to him reaching down. That's more of a fact, though. You need more of an opinion to go into your claim. I know so. Think about this, Mike. Let's go with Liverpool is the most embarrassing football club to ever. See, that's what I'm going for. I'm glad I could try to help anger you. Hang on. Now I'm locking you guys out of chat for a moment because now you're getting way too excited. Children are too much work. Yes, that would be much closer to it. That one is also a fact. Mr. Broviak should have his now error. JK, ouch, Erica, you were on the right track and then you jicked me. Oh my goodness, on that one. Should have his own show. I think that Mr. Kyborg, I don't know who I think you mean Kyborg, unless Kyborg is Jay having a stroke. And then yes, Kyborg sounds like your own personal issue on that one. What? Not all kids are doo-doo heads. All right. I mean, I guess you can come up with evidence to support that one. Mr. Broviak died on cam, but don't start with an if. You want to have more of your opinion into it to go strong. Go Purdy. That's just a statement. That's a fact. I think Jay is a bad boy. Not bad, but you want to take out the I think part of it and just make it more Jay is like, no, Jay is the baddest boy. That just sounds weird. It makes it sound like he's like riding a motorcycle. So I'm not sure that works the same way either. The cops took it too far kneeling on George Floyd. That would have been a good one. I apologize. I got yours there. But Owen, all right. So, all right. I got to skip. We're going to have to actually get down to actual learning here. All right. So skipping down. Let's see. All small children are mean doo-doo heads. Again, that's just a fact. Let's see. And all right. Mr. Kyborg is not the best. Trust me, you do not want to meet Mr. Kyborg. He actually like eats children's heads and stuff like that. It's all kinds of. Ball State is a party college. Benjamin, that would have worked. Nicely done. All right, let's go back. That was. Well, then obviously, Mina, if I said it, that's why it was so smart. No wonder I read that. It was like that. All right. So now you have some idea of how claim works. Let's get to our next activity. We're going to practice with it because obviously we're not perfect with it yet. We're still getting there. So let's do some practice examples. Here's how our first practice example is going to work. So going back to our first article, the girl who got suspended for showing her shoulders. I'm going to read these to you, and then we're going to see. Mr. Broviak's crown is fake. I'm going to read you these three statements, and you're going to find the one that you think works best as the claim for it. And so you either have thumbs up claim, this claim, or I heart Mr. Broviak claim. All right, so you have for the thumbs up one, the school overreacted to a girl who showed her shoulders and broke a dress code. And then clap your hands. Any student who breaks the dress code deserves all punishment the school thinks is needed. That was this one. Excuse me. Sorry, hiccuping. Stop hiccuping. And then for the heart one, the girl got in trouble a lot and she should have learned her lesson by her senior year. Look at you guys all jumping in already and trying to do your vote. All right. Well, one, Mr. Broviak, none of those are actually in the story. You're correct. The claim does not necessarily have to be in the story. We're looking for what we can pick up from the person who wrote it. So you have to go with from the facts that are in there, which claim do those facts go towards? So on this one, you have, let's see, the school overreacted to a girl who showed her shoulders and broke a dress code. That is definitely an opinion. There are definitely facts in there. So far, this looks the best. And you have any student who breaks the dress code deserves all punishment the school thinks is needed. That one is definitely an opinion. The problem on that one is I don't think the facts in the story support that. So I don't think they have facts to go along with that one. So I would say this one is better than this one. And then the heart, the girl got in trouble a lot and she should have learned her lesson by her senior year. That is an opinion, but nothing about that is in there at all. So I would say the best one is going to be this one. So if you threw up thumbs up, go you. Nicely done. Mr. Broviak, I think I kind of know what I'm doing. All right, let's find out. We're going to do another one. From the face mask enforcement article, the one that had the picture that went along with it about the bad hallway. Let me read this one to you. Thumbs up one says, at this point, anybody who is out in public without a mask during a pandemic is just part of the problem. Clappy hands says, a student got suspended at a Georgia high school for posting a picture of the hallway. Heart bubble one is, If a school can control what girls wear to school, then it can also force kids to wear a mask. All right, so now I'm looking at Donnelly. Are you raising your hand also? No, you just wanted a high five. Donnelly, there's your high five. All right, on that one, good job. And then, all right, nicely done. It looks like most of you, all right, good job. Aw. Those of you who throw little heart bubbles with your hands, make me smile. It's like you're like telling me how much you love me. On this one, let's go. Well, that just makes it creepy, Andrew. That's all right. You're still on the road. Nicely done. All right. So the one that has the thumbs up at this point, anybody who's out in public without a mask is just part of the problem. While I personally agree with that one, that's not in the article. So you can't go with the thumbs up one because there's no facts in there to really back that up. Praying hands. A student got suspended at a Georgia high school for posting a picture of the hallway. That's a fact. And it's not really opinion, so it can't be that one, which brings us to, if a school can control what girls wear to school, they can also support. Nicely done. Those of you who love Mr. Broviak and you threw the heart symbol, go you on that one. That is an opinion backed up with information from the story. All right, let's try one more. Those of you who like to flex. All right. And, oh, I thought I fixed that. Hooey poo, hang on. Oh, I forgot to fix it. The title at the top, I didn't fix it. Rawr, 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 rawr. Anyway, what would be the claim for the replacing teachers with computers one? Thumbs up one says, when it comes to teaching, humans are kind of pointless, but computers know exactly what to do. Clappy hands. Computers are much more effective than humans at good teaching, and soon all kids will have a computer educating them. Heart Bubble says, any person going into college now should avoid teaching as a job since it won't be around much longer as a career. All right, so now we're looking at these. Oh, seeing disagreements. Interesting. I see different ways of doing it, and I see one kid who got it correct as far as I can see. Ruh-roh, Raggy. But Mina, you can't pick both of them. You have to pick one or the other. You can't try and sit the fence on it. You got to be strong on that one. You did clap and heart. So let's go through and help you guys. Hang on. All right. So when it comes to teaching, humans are kind of pointless, but computers know exactly what to do. I agree. That one's not really in there at all. So that one's not really coming forward and saying it. And then the second one, who's yelling at me right now? Is that Mina? Are you yelling at me? Computers are much more effective than humans at good teaching, and soon all kids will have a computer educating them. That is an opinion, and it does have facts in the story. So this one sounds good. Let me check the heart one. Any person going into college now should avoid teaching as a job since it won't be around much longer as a career. Given you might be able to infer that from the information, but no real facts in the story went to that one. So I would say for the 20 of you who all threw heart signs at me, you were not as correct as this person. Good job, Evan, my one brave kid who flexed on all of you and refused to be broken and went with that one. You're close, Evan. Evan, you went this. You want to bring your hands down, and it's more like this because you get to flex on them. There you go. That's what they've nicely done. This is definitely a flex-worthy thing for that one. Now, overall, on this one, well done. Mr. Broviak, okay, you said clap. I hear you, Mina. Now you said clap on that one. So we're going to come back and torture you guys more with this on Thursday. I have a feeling we have some idea, but I have some more ideas coming. Don't worry. We have more interaction. We have more me making fun of you. We have more of us using chat and more all kinds of fun learning going into it because we're going to get into the argument part and then the reasons and the evidence. I'm going to try and do like a little game thing that goes along with it. Mr. Broviak, like a fun game? No, I mean, not like an actual fun game, just more like a big game thing we're going to try and play. Are you, Eli, if you say Kyvorb, Kyvorb, Kyvorb in like a bathroom and you turn out the lights and you spin around 3 times, the rumor is he comes out of the mirror and devours your tears. So you should never try and do that. That would be absolutely awful and stuff like that. It'd be so embarrassing from there. All right, my goal is, for those of you who want homework tonight, I don't have any to give you. I'm sorry to tell you that. I know it's going to bring you sadness. For one, even when you guys are in my classroom, I don't like giving a lot of homework. I'm not much of a homeworky kind of person. I like kids nowadays. I much prefer doing stuff with you guys in class, interacting with you. My goal is I most likely will have homework I assign Thursday. There's gonna be like a little righty thing you have to do. We're gonna test how well you can do this whole the whole claim argument and stuff like that. It shouldn't be super hard homework, but it'll be something like that. And then we are going to have a quiz next week to sort of test how well you can do with it overall. That's my thinking. So we're going to jump more into this come up Thursday, and then you guys won't see me Friday. Homework-y wise, that's it. The only person to yell at again is Eva, because, I love you, Eva. Go turn in that video thing so I can give you more points, and then you can help you out with your class and stuff like that. The rest of you guys are good to go. Mina, are you challenging me on I wouldn't dare give homework? Is that because, game on. All right, I take it back. Here's what your homework is going to be. I'm still not giving you homework. Even if you challenge me, that's just not the way I play. So I'm not going to step up to your double dog dare no matter what. That was a good try. Instead, I'm going to do the next most worstest thing I can come up with, which is make you go to fourth period and you don't get to hang out with me anymore. So instead, I know all kinds of sadness from there. You're just going to have to rage and go make, here's your homework. I want you to be sassy to your fourth period teacher and sass them. I saw that, Hadley. You just immediately started laughing. You're like, I can't be sassy with my teacher. Come on, show some personality. Bring, Mina, I'm going to agree with you. Even I'm scared to sass that particular teacher. So that was a very safe one. I would not do that one either. Although, if you did, that's some straight up flex. You bring some sass in that class. Thank you, Jagger. You just called me my lord. Things we should never do. I am already incredibly vain and think like I'm all that in a bag of chips. So when you guys say stuff like calling me my lord, that is not helping things at all, because that is only feeding my incredibly large ego. So just like, hey, you're so adorably holding up your hand. What is up, kid wearing a hat who finally took off his hood?
What if I have my football coach for gym and I can't be sassy to him or I won't play?
No, wait. Mr. Rhodes? No, Mr. Rhodes has a great sense of humor. What you want to do is, start off by attacking wrestling and say wrestling is for little men who like to aggressively hug each other. And you just go ahead and throw that one out there, and he'll be like, what? And you'll be like, yeah, that's what I said. And you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. By the way, I used to be a wrestling coach with him, which is why I feel safe doing that. Wrestling was my sport, so he and I get a chance to bond over it. And you can say, that's not my words. That code's from Mr. Broviak, and he and I will high five later over your dead body. All right. Sorry. We've gone past. You may now leave and go to fourth period. I'm sorry I have no other harassment for you. I'll miss you, and I'll see you Thursday. No, you would not, Jay.
Button and
Give
us homework.
sub, and homework. Again, comments below.
Homework.
Guys, everyone comment Mr. Broviak lives in his mother's basement in the comment section below, because that's awesome.
I can't sass my fourth period teacher. It's my choir teacher.
That's Mrs. Bainey. Of course you can sass Mrs. Bainey. She's adorable.
No, I don't want to be rude.
She would definitely take your
Mrs. Bainey's nice.
I know. We're family friends.
See? There you go. All right. Well, go be not sassy then. And Mina, you go be sassy to Mrs. Hartzell. I wish you the best of luck on that one. Toots the boot.